Taking his inspiration from the original designs of Ernest Gimson and other arts and crafts movement designers, Chris Vickers produces new work at his workshop in Frome, Somerset. He will often spend over 2 weeks making a pair of candle sconces, starting from a raw brass sheet to finish with these simple, elegant pieces. A brass sheet is fret-sawn, then annealed or softened. This is achieved by heating the brass to a cherry red colour, then allowing it to cool slowly. A copy of the original drawing is glued onto the fretted metal. Chris measures the exact position of the folds and holes that will have to be drilled for rivets. The outline shape of the main panels and the individual components are cut using an electric bandsaw. Now the hard part begins of cutting out all the internal lines to create the design. This process, called piercing, involves drilling close to the inside edge of the waste material so that a handsaw can be inserted to carefully cut around the inside edge of the area to be removed. With the pattern and components cut out, work can start on the decoration. This is done by chasing, which is a technique used to add the main curved lines, such as leaf veins. A small, specially shaped chisel is struck repeatedly with a hammer, causing the chisel to impress the metal and move forward slightly, following the line while still remaining partly within the groove. The next step is punch decoration. This is achieved with punches ground and filed to suit the particular design and struck once with a hammer. Mistakes here are not easily made good, so the work demands considerable concentration. Both chasing and punching cause the metal plate to curl up, so it needs to be removed and flattened throughout these processes. Once the decoration is completed, the holes are drilled to take the rivets for the tray. To give the individual flowers depth and relief, Chris has to gradually beat out the shape from the back of the panel. Using a soft wad of newspaper and cloth to absorb the punch blows, he repeatedly planishes or hammers the brass in a pattern of overlapping blows to gradually create a hollow in the back of the brass. Although a continual process, the main polishing uses buffing wheels and cutting soaps to achieve a smooth and polished finish. This is done before the trays are added. Once cut and filed, the brass is annealed. Then a cable edge decoration is applied around the edges using a hammer and chisel to help add interest and quality to the exposed metal edge. The trays are formed by bending only, so great accuracy is needed to cut the brass to the required template. This ensures a close fit where the edges join each other. Holes for the candle socket fixings are drilled and filed to take tabs cut to the sockets. These are bent over to secure them in place. Great care is needed to avoid damaging the polished surface when folding the tray edges. This is done using a wood mallet beating over a shaped oak block. Finally, the tray is fixed to the back plate with brass rivets in the traditional manner, and the whole sconce is hand polished so that the candle sconce reflects the warm glow of candlelight around any room.